Hey there, team, and welcome to something. Oh, yes. Yes, I remember this one now. Okay, good. Yeah. So this one I named Rohan Mines Maybe. So, yeah, I still want to do it because it was very interesting, but I do want to give the shout out right now. It's definitely not the closest fight in the world, but I still think a lot of interesting things happened, and it's a very cool map, a lot of quirky stuff. So yeah, just put that out there at the start though. It's not the closest. So but I saved it. Hopefully saved it for a good reason. It was definitely well over 5 months ago that I played this now though. So Rohan, it's all Rohan on the defense, all Isengard on the attack. So, but it's a good scenario battle. I think it was a froggy scenario, pretty sure. So, should get some good plays. We're all able to play in amongst each other. Like, what is this? So yeah, we're all able to play around each other and so on. So it's pretty nice. Let me just have a quick super good. Screen will just go black for a quick second while I kind of jump in and out there just to make sure that things are recording, because I always just get worried. So yeah, Westmark Marshals, and Riddermark Archers. But I think overall we've got a lot of Rohan infantry, so I'll probably just cast my cursor over it. As I say, we're mixed in amongst each other. We've got this nice little secondary, like, final defensive line. I'm pretty sure you can... Oh no, you might have to bar that gate in. But yeah, you might have to bar these gates in, I'm not sure. But this is like the final area here. As I say, it's meant to be kind of a Rohirric mine section, some area that was deserted by the dwarves. We got Asa over here. I don't know if he goes by another name or not, but yeah, anyway, he's kind of defending our left side very much. Axemen, skirms, some more Eastmark, Ritter. Had a few bevs. Not too many bevs. There's not much left. But yeah, we'll be sipping away during this. But yeah, I thought, because I was reading the title of this, I was like, fuck. I want to do a battle like while I'm still a little bit buzzed. So maybe this one will be a good one to do while I am like this. So Mr. Sneakman as well. Shield Maidens, that's what they're called. I think what did I call them before? Something. Yeah. Anyway, I think it was like Shield Maidens or something, but I just couldn't remember if it was Shield Maidens or Rohan. Made a self-guard there for him. That's not where his general is. Skirms, Eastmark Axemen. And then I'm kind of mixing myself up with Mr. Sneakman up here. We got some civvies as well, which I will very rarely take civvies to if I Westmark Spears up the front. Cheers. Made a self-guard, nice little Maven gathering there as we move through his forces. And then over in the hill. So yeah, you can see here generally what you've got kicking. You got what? Are we able to see the enemies right now? No, we just know they're there. So yeah, we've got one choke point, or one entrance point. We've got another entrance point. We've got this hill, which is in a way like a kind of big area to come up. But this, I mean, God, that's not a fun hill. Hell, imagine being a wee Urukai, and you're just like, alright lads, go up there. You're probably gonna get fucking axes chucked at you, javies. Nah, just go for it, lad. No, this is not where you want to be climbing. So, even though it is a pretty wide area, Mr. Sneakman's got it locked down. But it does open up a lot. Apart from that, though, you got a long way. I guess you can come climbing over here, and then access is here. Again, you can climb up that hill from another side, or you're opened up here, so you can go around this way or push all the way around here. So this is going to be defended by Asa. I'm sure we had another name for it, but nah. Anyway, that access is the final point. So my plan was generally I was going to back up, defending here, defending the hill a little bit, but primarily like this bigger choke point was my section, and then also my job was to kind of be final defense. So I've got a fair few force. I've got my general in with the Helm's Hammers. Yeah. No. Oh no, what? Twice mark infantry. Telling me. Yeah, I've got my no. No, no, where is he? I got my general somewhere. But yeah, so I've got a few troops just kind of gathered up at the end. For some reason, I think, yeah, there he is. I was like, yeah, I thought he was in with Westmark Marshals for whatever reason. Of course, scenario battles, you don't build your army, you pick an army. So that the scenario maker, in this case Froggy, has made. But I really like this map. It's got this nice little town. Battle at sunset is always fun. So no, I was a huge fan, and that's why I want to do this. It's thematic, it's interesting, hopefully. But as I say, it's not another warning. Don't be expecting it to come down to the wire. But that's the whole thing with, I've said by now, definitely my announcement video is going out. And I've probably said it a few times. I'm just trying to put videos, you know. I'm not gonna put out crap videos. Of course not. But you know, I just want a lot of content out there. And yeah, so that's why you've probably got a few things that I normally put up. And as I say, this is not a situation where somebody plays poorly and screws up. Nobody is embarrassed by this, I don't feel. This is solely a case of perhaps a slight imbalance with the creation of the scenario. That's all. So I always try my best to never put up a video that I think is genuinely going to embarrass someone. You know, I would never do that. But you know, I'll put up a video if I think yeah you can learn from it. And it's always nice to put up and ask, like, how do we think this could have been changed? What would have made this a lot more fun? So yeah, we'll cover that at the end of it, maybe. But yeah, okay, come on, boys. Who's stole the plane? I've seen some shuffling over here. Who's this? Silly boy, silly Billy. It would 6 times speed while I take another quick wee swag. Wherever it may be. There it is. Good. So yeah, I still want to do my I've got a battle I think I'll do for it. But I'm just thinking about a video to do for my New Year's battle, and I think I know the one I want to do. It'll be a lot of fun. So but I don't know. I'll record it. I'll definitely get begged for it anyway, because I think it'll be a fun battle to just have a drink with. But whether or not it's the one that I actually end up doing for my end of year battle or not, we'll see. Come on, please, jeez, peeps, it's almost 7,000 streams now. This is wild. This is wild. But yeah, you see, so these are my reserve forces. I can shove them up the hill, or I can move them into that gap, or I can move them, like if they end up coming around here and come smashing down this way, I can back them up, or whatever I want to do. I'm really reservist here, which is not usually the role I play in a defense. Yeah, you guys, this is a 4v4 as well. We are technically, like, we're the defenders, but this is a 4v4, so it does make the attacker's job a wee bit more tricky. So you got to keep that in mind too. But yeah, I'm normally an attacker. I'm a better attacker than I am a defender. I'm better at reading the enemy and using their defense rather than kind of crafting my own defense. Let's go with 0.5, 0.6, fuck it. We'll cast over the players and their armies. So we have cannon fodder over here. Generally, yep, a lot of Uruk-hai archers, pikes, infantry. Oh, goodness me, you're fast. Let's go, yeah, 0.5, this is a bit too fast for me. Infantry, reavers. AP not as effective up against our Rohirric forces, because we're quite fragile. Well, we're you know, a bit lighter. Dunlending, of course, our ancient, well, it's not so much ancient, but older enemies for quite some time. We've got Morris again, kind of a similar force, lots of reavers, kind of lower quality for sure from these forces, but with some elements of supreme power in the form of the Trolls of the White Hand. Still crossbows again. It's armor piercing, which for us we don't worry too much about. But at the same time, we don't have the numbers that some other factions do, and we don't have the armor that some other factions do. You know, this is the thing. Rohan's forces, Rohan's infantry It's not that the infantry is bad, it's just the infantry has other downfalls. Like, our infantrymen, man for man, is good. It's just the problem is expensive. A lot of raiders there, a lot of Dunlanding veterans. Veterans are good. Dunlanding forces are really not bad. Berserkers there, as long as they can avoid us shooting at them. We do have a fair few archers. They do have a ram, so it does make me think, yeah, they do have to bust through that gate at the back. Guards of Orthanc, and more trolls away hand. We don't have that much cav. That's something, yeah, we really don't have that much cav. And we don't have that many like great lancers. So dealing with these trolls, we're going to have to send our Westmark Marshals or our Helm's Hammers to deal with something like that. You know, it's not like usually Rohan would love to just get a cav charge or two to smash him. And then we've got Vocek. So he's got skirms, a lot of pikes leading the way. And again, pikes is tricky for us to match. We got to shoot them down. We got to throw stuff at them. More Dunlandings, lots and lots of Dunlandings. Of course, now that it's nice and evening time, everybody's got their little torches out. Isengard, or sorry, Uruk-hai infantry and more Reavers there. Lots and lots of Reavers, some Snaga skirms, Lurch hunting pack. We don't have any Rangers, but we've got a lot of ground to kind of spread ourselves over, so our Rangers are really going to be all that effective. Yeah, but Rangers are probably going to be more effective than a standard Archer, and at the same time they're also going to be they're a 2 hit point unit Lurch hunting pack. They're not a standard unit of Rangers. They're pretty messy. So we've got Asa here. He's going for this, but something that he's maybe forgotten. No, he's not forgotten. He's got troops ready. I think the problem is he maybe expected troops to come down here, but he didn't expect troops to just climb and then move along the hill to strike him as they are. A lot of these guys are hidden, though. The only troops are not these Riddermark spears. That's it. So they're, oh no, and the Riddermark spears up the front. So this is going to be a bit of a surprise when all these guys pop up, but I don't think it's been too much of a worry because Cannon Fodder's just moving his Javcav over into a position where he can start throwing spears down into their backs and so on. Perhaps it would have been better for us to just sacrifice this entire valley. Oh, we've also got some Riddermark skirms up here. Riddermark skirms popping up. Looks like they were maybe hidden before. But they've appeared now. They are anti-cavalry in melee. They're AP in melee as well. And AP with their javelins too. But I think it's a good idea to just get them down. Looks like they were maybe there to ambush something. But no. Pulling them back is the better idea. We have some forces off Froggy. So was the scenario... Maybe it was a Mevin scenario? Sorry, boys. I'm really bad at this. Well, it's just because it was a long time ago. I'm sorry, guys. For some reason, I thought this was a Froggy scenario. But maybe it was a Mevin scenario. But anyway, we've got Froggy here. So they're moving on forward. A lot of these Uruk-hai raiders, lightly armored, but at least they're shielded, so they can shrug off a fair bit of damage that's going to be coming their way. And over here, we've got Vocek just moving. Just moving for now. It's important that they just try and coordinate strike together. You can see our balance of power is lower there as we are gearing up into this. But balance of power is certainly not everything. But yeah, no, steering them down. The Mark Spearmen, of course, they yeet out their little javs first. I think they get like 5 javelins a piece. They're a decent little unit. 1 second. I think on the unit card it says that they only get 2, but that is a typo. I made that goof in the past, and I was wondering what the heck are these guys still throwing. I think it was when I did my my spearman ranking back in the day. That was a long time ago. But I did my ranking of all the spearmen in Reforged, and I ended up getting them wrong. So yeah, you can see Cannon Fodder is actually coming down here in numbers, and he is powered on through. Oh, that's quite nice, isn't it? Rohan always looks good. I like Rohan. I mean, of course, Rohan just looks amazing. But Rohan's a fun faction to play. It's just my cav micro is not great. That's pretty dope, right? One of those might make it. One of those might make it in. I'm hoping to get something with a building, but we'll see how it goes. Yeah, so my cav micro is not great. My cav micro, I really... 3 units of cav is kind of my limit. Now, I detest... I want to beat people up sometimes. When you get like a brand new player. No, I never want to be mean. I'm joking. I never want to be mean to new players. I appreciate new players. I love new players. I love to see new names every time I do a video. But it's always annoying when you get a new player playing as Rohan and thinking, oh, I've got to bring half my army has to be cavalry. And it's like, no, it doesn't. It really doesn't. But you generally, you want a little bit more cav. Like Khand, you don't have to as much because you've got access to much cheaper infantry, whereas Rohan doesn't have that option. Rohan, all of their infantry is great, but their infantry can be quite expensive, as I say. So you kind of want to benefit from that cheaper, that large number cavalry unit, and I just can't. I struggle with it. So we have Froggy's fronting up. See, I'm ready. I've got my Westmark spears like ready to go. You don't like, yeah, you come through, you got Westmark spears to deal with, you got a lot of boys there. Whereas you want to run up this hill instead and just get the chaff, and you've only got Mr. Sneakman to deal with up here. So come on, it's nothing. But got my archers. Oh no, this is primarily Mevin, but I do have my archers ready to go as well over there. Check, waiting. As I say, yeah. Push through in wherever you think you've got the least resistance. Let them grind away for a bit. Like, they're not having a bad fight here. It's not great, but it's not bad for them. A lot of axes gliding down. Westmark spears, yeah, tougher than breakthrough, but those reavers are going to make it messy. Jazz coming on in. The warg skirms being a pain in the ass too. And we've got all these guys as well. You got to keep in mind, these guys don't have any way out. Yeah, they can't climb up there. The only way they can get out is coming around here, so breaching through this defense that cannon fodder's blocked up. So it's very nice that he's done that. So that's a lot of troops that are just getting stuck and really smashed out. These Eastmark spears, as much as I like them, there's no AP here to deal with the trolls away at hand. That's the fear. I mean, well, Rittermark skirms, but don't want to send Cav in to deal with spears. Not spears. Cav in to deal with trolls, because trolls get an anti-cavalry bonus. Such do spears as well. So no, save them. Axemen. No, there's no AP there. So Froggy's gonna come in and pressure here. Yeah, this is a good little just delete all this, and that's a nice easy win. It's about these little victories sometimes. But yeah, Froggy is coming in. He's climbed up the hill. And yeah, Mr. Sneakman's battering down on him. And now having this high ground advantage in Medieval 2, as far as I'm aware, all that it benefits you with is that your troops get tired slower. It doesn't actually benefit you in the same way as it does in other Total Wars. Some Total Wars you get an actual melee attack bonus or a melee defense bonus for having the high ground. In Medieval 2, your stats are the same, you just tire out slower, and then of course that changes your stats. So we should see already, yeah, because these Dunlendi veterans are fighting uphill, they're going to be tiring out, and because they blooming run up, as I say, like, I mean, I made a joke about it before, but this is a bloody steep slope. Look, they're warmed up already, these poor Dunlending boys, and by the time they get into the fight, they've used up a lot of that warmed up bonus. They're going to be winded shortly. And the boys, these Rittermark spears, have been fighting for a little while now. They've only just hit warmed up. In Medieval 2, as we know, once you use up your energy, you don't get it back. You do, but blooming heck, it takes a long time. It's not like in Warhammer where you can just leave a unit out of combat for maybe 5 minutes, 10 minutes maybe, and they're going to come back totally fresh. Well, 10 minutes, come on, most Warhammer battles are done in 10 minutes, come on. But you can leave them out for like 2 minutes and they probably gained a few like levels of energy. You can't do that in Medieval 2. They've got to be sitting there for like a solid 10 minutes to go from like bloody winded to warmed up. You get them too exhausted, they're done. Still, Eastmark Axemen, This is normally a fight that I would kind of favour the Dunleary veterans, but again, warmed up versus winded, having a bit of numbers advantage at the back is going to be messy, and there's not like many friends coming in behind the Dunleary veterans there, so they're going to get a little bit scared. Archers, more archers from Nevin coming on over. I see this is again a lot of this scenario team. I would really recommend if you are in the not the 40k fucking what the hell's my brain going, in the Reforged, you know, community. I'd really recommend just trying to cozy up with some of the boys, some of the, you know, some of these names here, and just worm your way in. Be nice to Eclipse. He's got all the good games. And well, he grabs quite a lot of them, so but we've got no Eclipse here. This wasn't Eclipse, this was as I say, either Bevan or Froggy, and this was very nice too, but Eclipse definitely is a good driving factor for pushing the boys to get together to play, and that's we're always very grateful for that. A nice thing as well with a lot of Rohan's two-handed axemen is they often have shields. You know, shields on the back. That's something that I often have to like twist my brain around when I play Divide and Conquer and Reforged. Because in Reforged, if you've got a shield on your back, you have a shield value. It's going to be like, it's not going to be much, but it's going to be a shield value. Whereas in Divide and Conquer, unless you're holding a shield, you don't have a shield. I'm seeing my civvies, yes! Now normally in a scenario, I would kind of sort of role play with my fights, so I wouldn't have used my civvies, but I was kind of scared here, and I saw some good units for them to fight. Like, it was some scraps and snag of skirms and stuff and archers, so I was like, yeah, stuff. Let's send in my civvies. Give them a good engagement. So maybe being a little bit more like tactical than I would be in a normal scenario. Whereas I say I wouldn't use my civilian. Hey, these civvies want blood, and they want to rack up some kills, snag a skirms. They're the shout, but they're not doing damage fast enough, and Cannon Fodder's just locked them into he's just locked them into guard mode. But still, they're dropping there. Civvies actually they've got a decent attack value. They've got no armor and very little defensive skills, so they die fast. But up against something like Snagga, oh yeah, even if these Snagga were fully fighting back, like they would be struggling. Got nothing backing them up though, and you see them wavering now, and these wargs are nearby. That's pretty scary. I've got more civvies coming down to back them up, but I really, oh no, yeah, you see, I should have that. I'm very lucky with that break though. Very lucky that they broke it in a smart way. Is that another unit of civvies? What's this? No, that's I should have maybe sent something down with them just to keep them together. But as I say, that's just what I'm doing with a bit more of a tactical idea rather than, you know, when I draw in a scenario, usually I'm certainly not role playing, but you know, I'm keeping in the mindset of does this make sense? Is this what I feel a realistic commander of my army would do? Javi's coming in, Clyden, but Eastmark Spears, yeah, this is about as good as we can hope for. It's not fun to lose units to Jav fire, but it's so difficult to avoid getting javed at all. So if we can just have the Eastmark Spears soak up javelins to their face with their shields up, we can't ask for anything, you know. Sucks, but thank you for your sacrifice, Eastmark Spears. And they're about to get collided at by the swarm of raiders, and oh, I've got some Westmark Spear boys trying to hold back the swarm a wee bit. But yeah, so I'd say I was very much just reservist fighter. I was backing up everybody. I've got some more troops coming on down here, just because I quite enjoyed fighting on this slope. My civvies did quite well there. And yeah, we're getting some beautiful axe throws in there. A lot of fire. My Ridderbark archers getting some. Oh no! Oh no! Don't do it, boys! Not again! Not again! Not again! Not again! Not again! Not again! Oh no! Oh, that hurts. That hurts, boys. Oh, gamers, gamers. I need to take a drink in a second. I didn't realize it was like that. I didn't realize it was like that. One more again, just to make me upset. Good. Oh, beautiful. Right into the Reavers. Right into the Reavers. That's what you want. Morris, eat it. Eat it, Morris. But okay, I thought those shots were better than they were. That's painful. But still, Froggy tried to come up that hill, and he was repulsed. He was repulsed hard. It was steep as hell, even though it is a bit of a wider area, which an area this wide in a normal siege, you would be thanking, you know, the good Lord above as an attacker. But no, with that steepness, and I kind of like that, you know, yeah, we were able to sort of craft a scenario where, yeah, like this was still, you prefer to go through a choke point rather than come up this hill. You know, it's not fun. It was a cool idea. So Westmark Marshall coming back up, who's just like one man taking these boys on. So Froggy was bled. He was bled hard there. Nobody's pushing through here, as I say. This is still like, they can run up this way. Yeah, they can run up this way. That's why I've got these boys here. But all the while, I'll be shooting them from there. I can make them hurt. I've got Helmingers, not like pussy little Rittermark archers. Come on, like these are the proper boys right now. So
good tidings. The enemy general lies dead.
That's a lot of corpses. That's a lot of corpses over there. Whoa. Snag of Skirbs for Volchek. Volchek Volchek coming in again. Rittermark Axemen. That's nice. Good cost effective. Well, no cost effective, but good quality AP. Two-handed axes, bang, right on down. You don't quite need it up against the Urukar archers, but it's still very high damage, so it's too much for them. It's too much for them. Damn, I really want to do a Divine Conquer campaign, but I don't have the time. I just don't have the time. Oh, it hurts. It hurts. I want to do a Rohan campaign at some point. I really, really do. But I will. I just want to be like fighting toe to toe with Gondor. You know, I never get to do that in campaigns. Gondor's always dead by the time I get to them. Well, saying that, no, my Ended Wythe campaign, Gondor was alright, but yeah. Anyway, sorry, sidetracked. Volchek's still coming around. As we move over here. And you can see the red pushing on through as Morris breaches in. I'm sending my civvies on in again. We've got firepower coming from on high. Again, my forces there. They're shooting the left side of these raiders, unfortunately, but my hope was basically if I can just collide at them with my civvies, I can get my Helmshammers over there. Again, no general with these Helmshammers, and I can just kind of blunt the attack. Well, I can just stop them from pushing through here, so that it means that they only are coming on in through this side. I've got some Westmark infantry actually being stopped there. Oh shoot, I think I remember there being something interesting that happens in this area. We'll see. Hopefully I remember to have a look. A lot of these units broken, and they've got a clear pass. They've got a clear straight path, and as you can see, I moved everything up. Got nothing in the back here. So yeah, if they do decide to just throw themselves on in, it's a bit dicey. Forces coming on forward. I've got my Westmark infantry getting stabbed in the back. Turn them around, Windy Pops. Turn them around, please. Oh, come on now, boys. There we go, lad. Good man. My allies deserting me. What can... Oh, dear. Crossbows coming around. Not pretty. But still. Crashing on in. Westmark Marshals there. I think I've got my general. I think my general is somewhere in amongst all this. Saw him for a second. There he is. Nope, that's not him. Maybe this isn't my general one. But I've got my general like somewhere mixed in amongst all this. Dunlean Veterans fine. Raiders, not quite worth it. Mr. Seatman's helping us out though. Good. Shield Maidens, come on in. We need the support of the gals. Ah, no, this is my general. No. Oh, no. Okay, my general is in the fight there. He is stuck in the fight somewhere. Can't see. There he is. There he is. Right on my cursor. So yeah, he's smashing around. I think You see cursors in OBS? Oh hell, yeah, pretty sure. I'm pretty sure my cursor is viewable in OBS. But yeah, still cracking right in, getting shot at. Oh, crossbows right into the blooming Helm's Hammers. That's definitely the unit I don't want them to be shooting. I don't want them to be shooting any of my units, in all honesty. And Morris is just flooding on forward. But this is basically Morris's entire force now. You know, he's given up on this attack, but we've given up on this defense as well. So if there was anything more to come through here, I've got some Riddermark archers kind of just hiding there. I was waiting for Froggy to emerge, and am I going to shoot these guys in the back? That'd be a nice little shot, but I don't know if I notice it. I don't want to shoot them right now. I'd maybe, yeah, no, I'd start shooting them right now if I noticed. No, in all honesty, I don't think I noticed. No. Come on, lad. Big think. Big think. By big think, I mean very small brain. But it's okay. You can see a lot of our troops now just pushing on down, trying to come in the other side. And this, I love these sorts of moments where the attackers become the defenders. They sort of secure a position. And yeah, my boys up here are kind of surrounded now. Crossbows on one side, raiders on the other. Very unpleasant. And just trying to hold out. Don't think I've got any support coming in. Now these guys are all routing on back. So yeah, it's just relying on that. Oh, good man. You can get some cycle charge. Good. 1, 3 men down. If he can... Oh no. See, this is a problem. Nah, damn. Poor guy. This is always the problem with a charge like that. Sometimes you push in too deep. You push in deeper than you wanted. You get more kills, but you're like, oh no, I wanted to come in and out. Again, pikes. We don't have a great way to deal with pikes. We don't have ammunition. We don't have a great deal with them. Apart from, I guess this deals with pikes. Yeah, as we slam on it. Moore's trying to run away from me, trying to get another organized battle line set up. But we are just the Rohirric horde, pouring ourselves on down. Trying to get some vengeance, trying to save my boys who are dead. My boys are gone. Receiving some support again. Nice little charge. I love the Riddermark skirms are so cool. Like, there's something dope about this Rohirric guy with a bloody two-handed axe on a horse. This guy's holding a torch. He's holding a torch and a two-handed axe in his hands, and he's like, bam, bam, bam. Just cracking open some Uruk-hai skulls. Very nice. Very nice. But yeah, coming on around. I've been slowly feeding, well, not feeding. I don't feed. I've been slowly, like, moving my troops away from this, like, central defense, but I don't want to leave it because I don't want them to maybe have some stuff hidden, or Froggy just to rattle his well in, because Froggy still has some force. He's got a lot of these half orcs. You know, he could still be a threat. No, my boy. Yeah, so that's my general getting dropped, and I think this is maybe the point that I was missing, because Morris manages to get a beautiful shot on me. Yeah. Morris gets around here, starts yeeting jabs into my forces. My general just went down. It's not fun. I'm the attacker at this point. You know, I'm trying to push on through. There's guards of war trying to keep everybody in line. Uruk-hai berserkers. It's not great for me. This is not a position you want to be in as a defender for sure. But push myself into it now. No, I've devoted. So no, this has to die. So I'm really pushing in deep. And you can see the difference. These are the peeps. The difference in lines here. Riddermark archers out of ammunition, just in there for the numbers. Westmark infantry can really struggling, but to be honest, Westmark infantry not a bad opponent for the berserkers. We'll do okay. Should be a cost-effective exchange. We won't win, but should be all right. Reavers, we should do okay. We say we're skilled. Sword and board. And they're very lightly armored too, so we should do not too bad. Yeah, of course this guy's gone down. Oh, this guy's synchronized kill got interrupted there. But yeah, we're struggling. As we're still just pushing on in and getting snag of fire on us. But at least I'm taking Morris's attention, sorting him out a bit. We've got Mr. Sneakman coming in. I've got my Medicil Guard arriving. see, we'll see. So that was the announcer just saying that we've lost half of our men. Not a fun spot to be in for sure. But, you know, somebody's got to be in it. Froggy's coming on forward. Very low in numbers now. The defenders definitely sort of outnumbering him is not a fun position to be. But you kind of need to either hold back and stare them down, which he has been doing, but you can only do that for so long. Like, we're humans at the end of the day. We can be impulsive creatures. And if you're just waiting, you know, especially if you're waiting and watching the other parts of the battlefield and you're like, nothing's happening, we need to do something. You want to get stuck in. Bolshek rallying on forward, but again, he's got a nasty slope to come up forward. Goodness me, this is a lot of corpses again. Maven has been taking casualties, and he doesn't have that much left. They have the Eastmark spears, but they're not going to be able to, you know, hold back too much. Riddermark Axemen for sure. They can do not too bad. Westmark Marshals, that's a different story for sure, especially with a general mixed in there. Not fun. Routing veterans, they might come back. 41 veterans could very well come back. Medical Guard. What we got here? Medical Guard still, yeah, do not too bad. Urukai Raiders, getting them sorted out. Crossbows, I'm just worried. I think he's got some shooters. Where are these crossbows? I think I yeeted my jazz into these crossbows. Now, Morris, he had used up all of his ammunition with these crossbows, but I was very worried. And I think I just felt I needed to deal with them. And also because I was like, if this is just a melee brawl, my Medical Guard can do a lot of work against these guys. Whereas if they crossbow me to death, I'm sorted. Like, there's nothing I can do, especially from the right side where my shields won't even comfortably. But moving on forward with Mr. Sneakman, while my attack is kind of gone on this side, Lurt's Hunting Pack chasing away the last of our forces. It is just my Medical Guard at this point, and the Riddermark Skirmishers. But we should be able to do okay. As I say, if this is just a melee engagement, my Medical Guard will do fine. You know, as long as I can not get shot at, I'll rip some people apart. And if I've got the high ground, bloody perfect. I think, though, we decide the better option, because we don't have anything in the back lines. I think the better option is to retreat. So yeah, we pull back. I think that's probably fair. And we did see those Snaga Skirms hiding as well, so they would no doubt volley me to pieces. Those Dunlendings still routing. Maybe they are busted. Apart from that, what do we have here? Some Warg Skirms busting on through, or flanking around, but Mevin's forces still somewhat healthy. What are we at here? Yeah, a little bit of a difference, but Mevin cracking on through these infantry, getting shots in their back. That's always a lovely situation for a defender. If you can just get the enemy fighting, you know, face to face with you, but also have your archers around behind them, it's horrific. It's just absolutely horrific for an attacker, of course, because he can't get a shield into play. He's just relying on that armor value. You still get your full armor value from behind. That's the nice thing about armor, but armor is countered, of course, by armor piercing, whereas shields don't care about armor piercing. But Wojciech, he's getting some shots in there too. Get some skirmisher fire as well. Good for him. Try and just keep your damage in. Nazhai popping up. Just crack in my neck. Ignore it. Ignore it. Oh, good. Coming on over here. What we got? With collision. The Lurch Hunting Pack going toe to toe with some of my civvies. I don't know if we got any kills there, as the Lurch Hunting Pack really ripples apart. Rid of archers though. Hey, trying their best to inflict a bit of damage on the Lurch Hunting Pack. And the Urukai archers trying to pursue us. So, Riddermark archers versus Urukai archers, we should be fine. Up against Lurch Hunting Pack, 51 Lurch Hunting Pack, that's a different story. So, targeting the large hunting pack, of course, if I can take out some of their hit points, or fingers crossed, kill a few of them, maybe I can make that fight a bit better. What we got? No, nothing. Morris just standing by. He's still got his berserkers. He's still got the guards of Orthanc. Certainly not the major, like, they can't deal much damage, but if they've got most of their hit points, fuck, and we don't have any AP, yeah, we're gonna struggle to kill the likes of them. That was a... I didn't know Isengard could make that sound. I thought that was only the eastern and southern men that had access that would make that noise. Yeah, well, no, that's my civvies. My Riddermark archers ran out of ammunition before contact here, so I just left them to engage the Uruk-hai archers, which, as I say, Uruk-hai archers, not a problem. We can rip them apart. It's the large hunting pack that's the issue. Civvies, hopefully get the civvies out of the fight. Bulk of my forces, Eastmark spears there from Mr. Sneakman. A lot of my guys routed back to... Oh, we do have a town centre. Fantastic, of course. I didn't realise we had a town centre here, so yeah, that's always a great thing as a defender, so your guys actually do route to the back lines. What's that? That's quite an interesting little situation there. This little building, you know, sat inside the cliff. Oh shoot, yeah, image. Screenshot. Well, I'm kind of happy enough with my screenshot, but like, maybe. Oh yeah, something like that. Oh, that's pretty cool, because you got like a mine. You got like the. Oh, I like that. Yeah. We'll get them passing through this way. Sorry, boys, but you know how it goes. You gotta get that thumbnail. You gotta get those sweet views. Oh, look at those Rohirric. Oh, my god. Anyway, so, back at it. Minister of the Guards, yeah, like resting them here. They're tired. We'll see how they are. Like, as I say, just linking back to that point earlier on in the battle. Mr. Sneakman blocking up that right side. This was a big scrap that we were having. I was quite impressed with the Riddermark archers. And see, these are my low-tier archers. And we ripped apart the Uruk-hai archers, but yeah, not Medicil. The Lurch Hunting Pack are going to be too much for us. Mr. Sneakman pulling back. Oh, no. Westmark spears. I was not going to let these guys just die. So I sent out my Westmark spearmen. Now that I didn't have to really worry about anything busting in through this passageway, I was able to gather the bulk of my forces, and while Morris was gearing up there, so it was probably better off just letting the enemy attack through it if they wanted to. Goodness sake, this is corpse line. That's always the fun thing, being able to, like, man, I want to make it very clear, I really do like Warhammer. It's fun. It's a different sort of game though. It's just a different game entirely. And these are my boys routing away. So I wasn't going to engage them. I came in to try and save them, but then it was clear. You see, as soon as I start running away, he goes for them. He's out for blood. So no, let's get stuck in. So these are 2 hit point units. The Large Hunting Pack are pretty solid, but these are my high tier spears. These are the Spearmen of the King. So, if it wasn't for those archers, I feel pretty damn happy here. But it's the fact the archers are going to get a cheeky little backstab on me. It's a bit nasty. Even though there's only 11 of them, it's still a backstab. But yeah, this was like no man left behind sort of mentality here. That's why I thrust them in. As Morris comes around for his final attack. Snag a skirm there. It's just, as I say, it's a different sort of game. It's just than Warhammer, and it kind of, you know, there's all the rumors and so on about like a Tolkien-esque, like official Tolkien-esque Total War. I just don't know how I don't know how an official Lord of the Rings Total War could do anything better than Divide and Conquer and Reforged. I just don't, you know. I would really, you know, I would just much prefer if...
Good tidings.
Oh, wow. Oh, boy. Oh, Jaffe's just coming in. Where did that happen? You actually know where that occurred. That surely wasn't over here. Yeah. Of course, everybody would love if Creative Assembly could just kind of look at the dev teams of Divide and Conquer and Reforged and just be like, hey, you know, I'm going to give you some money, but we would need a you know, a remaster of Medieval 2 at some point. I would really love that. I think if we were to get a Lord of the Rings Total War, I really wish it was based on the Medieval 2 engine, or, you know, something like that rather than the modern engine. You know, as much as I enjoy the modern stuff, it's just not what I want for Lord of the Rings. It's like this is just fierce. It's good. Ooh. Boys, yeah, that's nice. I think. Oh, that might be it, boys. That one of those might be it. One of those might be it. Anyway, so yeah, yeah. So that's my kind of 2 cents on it. We'll see. We'll see. I don't know what's going to end up happening. Of course, and they'll make the better decision for them, of course. And I'll appreciate it no matter what. And the only thing I would just worry about is like what happens to the likes of Divide and Conquer and Reforged if they do end up putting out an official Lord of the Rings Total War. You know, it's, yeah, I mean, Call of Warhammer is still a thing. You know, even though Warhammer has been out since bloody 2000 and whatever. So, I've never actually played Call of Warhammer. I don't know if I ever would. Maybe I should give it a try, but yeah, I think the only thing that I mean, arguably, I was going to say the only thing I don't think I'd like about Call of Warhammer is that it's, you know, the characters would, like, you know, die and so on, but the same thing, that's the same deal that happens with Divide and Conquer, you know? I don't know. Might be nice. I'll ponder it. I don't have enough space on my bloody hard drive for another mod right now. Like, I'm struggling to fit space for blooming Wars of Arda right now. So it's a tricky job. But yeah, this collision here between Mr. Sleepman and Morris is the final big clash. Mr. Sleepman's got a lot of forces there. So as I say, it's not the closest fight in the world. I think, you know, we were chatting about it at the time, and I think, you know, the Uruk-hai armies either could have used. Oh wow, that's my boys. I think I ran through the gate to get a backstab. Yeah, that's what I did. Yeah, I came through with Medicine Guard, Westmark Infantry, and Westmark Marshals just to backstab Morris here. Is that? Yeah, no. I think we're better off with the jab play rather than this. I'll take one. See how it looks later. Because you got the Guards of Orthanc and the Berserkers, so they're pretty nice to see together. But yeah, so I think we were basically just chatting about it, and we felt that hill was maybe slightly too steep or something, and also just maybe slightly less elite units in the Rohan roster. I do like it when we do have armies that are like lower quality focused. You know, I've always thought about making some scenario. Oh wow, poor boys. Making scenarios that are more militia focused rather than like too many elites. Rather than how you would maybe normally make an army. But that was nice for the Isengard forces, but I just felt that the Rohan force could have used, perhaps instead of as many Westmark units, if we had just settled with, you know, a few more of the Riddermark boys instead, and maybe even Eastmark, you know, maybe a little bit more cav for Rohan, but like lower quality cav as well could have been a shout, so that it was like a bit more of a high risk, high reward defense. Cause we had a lot of like flat ground. Like, we could have messed about with Cav here and, you know, just forced the attackers. Like, if the attackers were coming in silly, we could have really hurt them. But yeah. Still clashed. Oh, yeah, I think there was a bit of hijinks. I remember getting a bit of banter with cannon fodder. We were fighting. I can't quite remember what it was about, though. Nah. Helmingus waiting there. I think they've still got their ammo. No? They don't have their swords out, but a lot of them still have their bows. But yeah, so yeah, maybe it was if it was a bit like more high risk, high reward with our cav, so that if the attackers kind of screwed up, yeah, of course, like we could have brutalized them, but you know, then it's on them. Whereas if we were kind of done with our cav, we could have lost all of it and been silly because it was lower tier cav. But I don't know. I don't quite know how I would have balanced it. I've never really made a scenario, so I couldn't say. But I just love the map. It's a fun map. It was big and there was a lot going on, and that's why I really wanted to do the battle, even though it wasn't, as I say, super duper close. But we ended up. What did we end up with? We're not a million miles off. Like we. Guards of War, thank here. Raiders. Berserkers, hey, that's still like a decent unit of Berserkers up against. It's very possible we end up with like 20%. Yeah, I mean, of course, like we're clearly gonna win, but like you could see this ending up in the 20%, which for me 20% is close enough. I think Reavers ended up breaking. Dear me, yeah, Berserkers getting kind of surrounded there. Berserkers up against like sword and board. It's never a fun situation for them. Yeah, like very numerous sword and board. It's just like, nope, we're just gonna stab away at you. That have a decent attack value, you know. Boys breaking there. Guards of War, thank you. So yeah, it certainly wasn't a million miles off for sure, but just think. Yeah, could have used a few less sort of good quality units. Maybe a little bit less Medicine Guard, like, or Helm's Hammers, you know, so on. I'm sort of waiting there. Don't know why I'm not backstabbing, but I think I was just wanting to have a bit of a clash there for a long Medicine Guard versus the Guards of War, I think. But yeah, cool. Fun fight either way. So I don't know. Maybe was this a Nevin or a Morris one? I remember. I thought it was a Froggy one at first, but I don't think so. I do have a Froggy siege, a Froggy scenario siege, which I'll do. But yeah, it was one that it was another one. I think Umad did one. It was it's silly. I always seem to get. I'm the guy that gets involved in the scenario the day before we get the good one. We get the one that's like unbalanced, and then like we balance it and we get a really close one, and then I'm not in it the next day. Don't know why. It's just my plays. But yeah, I mean it means I've got a few of these like funny ones. So I don't know if this battle ended up getting redone. Hopefully it did, because as I say, I love the map, and you know, it's cool. Like nice little sign. I just like looking out over that hill from here. It's cool. Rohan is a good defensive faction. It can be a good attack faction in Siege too. It's just people. You just need to be smart with it. You need to know that Rohan is they're not a cavalry faction. They can be other things. They have a lot of throwing units. They have a lot of high damage units. They've got a lot of like, yeah. Oh, 0% damage, but it looks like it's got some damage marks. Very interesting. Yeah, damage marks here too. Belt. What's left? What's still some works? I don't know. There's still something somewhere. Oh, let's just sit on the hill. We're fine. But yeah, overall, very good. So I want to zoom through. I can't remember who I am in this. We'll have a look through and see if there's any like monster kills from the boys. Goodness, the swarm of green. Rohan just looks good. They're a nice looking faction. Very nice looking faction for sure. Definitely some of the best models.
The enemy army flees the field.
There we go.
Pursue and run them down.
Finito that. Maybe it was some scraps hanging out over here. Oh no, this is our own base.
This is a clear victory.
Yeah, maybe some more like semis or something mixed in. Yeah, don't know. Alaric, Enu, Garolf, Guthbrand versus Balkmeg, Gazhorn, Lughorn, Lunun. Lunel. What do we have? Helmshammer's Civi is good for the boys, eh? Ooh, well done, Helmingus. 261. Coming on down there. Oh, Menace Elfguard 323. Holy smokes! And 3 for the Shield Maidens. Lovely. Got wiped out, but good for the girls anyway. And yeah, some solid kills throughout for the end. Garolf 292. Some Riddermark spears. Whoa. Yeah, that's quite impressive. Yeah, Riddermark skirm. Must have got some good cycle charging there that I didn't see. Archers. Wow, just a standard unit of Riddermark archers 229 is very impressive. So super duper. What was this? Hornburg. Not quite the Hornburg. Maybe digging out the rocks to rebuild the Hornburg walls. But yeah. If anybody, the attackers remembers anything fancy, then let me know. But thank you guys for this is fun, and I will see you later.